Round 8 of the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine, co-organised by ACI Sport and Alpine and certified by the FIA, sees us head to the Circuit Ricardo Tormo in Valencia with a record 34 drivers participating, further confirming the success of the championship in its inaugural year. In qualifying on Saturday morning, Franco Colapinto of MP Motorsport continued his good form from the Red Bull Ring to take his third pole position on the bounce. He beat local driver David Vidales of the Prema Power Team, followed by another Spaniard in Mari Boya of Van Amersfoort Racing, who takes his best qualifying result of this season. In fourth position is the Estonian and Vidales' teammate Paul Aron, while in fifth is the Russian Michael Belov, who continues his great consistency for G4 Racing. Sixth is the British driver Alex Quinn of Arden Motorsport, who was one of many drivers to be making his debut on the circuit.
Yeah, really happy about another pole position. Already 3 in a row from Red Bull Ring. The team is doing an amazing job. The car was on fire since the first time we put it on track, and I'm really proud of all the effort that the team has done so far. Yeah, the car has an amazing speed at the moment, so just looking forward to the race, starting from pole, so obviously really happy and going for the win again.
Yeah, like you said, fantastic result today. It was already some races where we couldn't find the pace, especially on quali. So it's really nice to be back on where we belong, on the top spots. So yeah, it's a really good position for the race, starting on the front line. I think if we do a good start, we can take the lead of the race and win the race. So hopefully that happens.
Yeah, all the weekend the car has feel really good. Immediately when we were out, even with old tires or with new tires, the car felt fine. And in quali, my strategy was to go from less to more. And yeah, last lap I think I had the perfect position. I think I was coming much faster, and in the last sector I found two yellow flags that I need to back off. But yeah, the previous lap I was P1, so. Yeah, really happy because it's I make the same result in Barcelona in P3. So yeah, we have a great opportunity to make a podium and maybe a rookie win as well. So yeah, really happy and thank the team and all the support from family and all the guys.
With the Spanish sunshine gleaming over the circuit, temperatures would be high on track as drivers battled hard to find overtaking opportunities on a track which provides a lack of long straights.
Looks like a clean start from the poleman Franco Colapinto, determined to come across the nose of David Vidales. That could have backfired because I think David's carrying a bit more momentum down to the first corner. No, he isn't quite. Big challenge from the second row as well, but leading into turn 1 was imperative. I thought it was a little bit too much of a move from Franco Colapinto, but 33 cars with one not having made the start, coming in to the first corner and getting out. Up to the top of the hill at turn 2 they go. David Vidales trying to challenge around the outside. Doesn't work. Tucks in behind as they go down through the kink at turn 3. Down to turn 4. We've had no changes position the next couple of places. So it's running in grid order. The second of the Prema cars, that should be Paul Aron in 5th. That tallies as well. So where's the move going to come? Dive up the inside, or having a little look up into turn 6, but then the line is compromised. That was the runner in 4th place, and I think that would be an opportunity. Going back, 18th became 19th and vice versa. First to second down again, 0.777 of a second. Up the hill they go from turn 5 to turn 6. Argentinian turns in first. The Spanish David Vidales follows through just in behind, and Mari Boya hanging on the background. So for Spanish fans, 2 of the top 3 runners are theirs, and the top rookie is also a Spaniard. It's also Mari Boya in 3rd place. Then there's that gap of about a second and a half, I would think now, maybe marginally more than that, back to Paul Aron. So the first 3 are escaping. So can David Vidales first of all catch Franco Colapinto, and then of course the second question is, can he get past? And for Mari Boya, maybe the idea is just to hang on to their tails, and then when they slow each other down, when they get into a real scrap for the lead, that might be the moment for Mari to benefit. He certainly will be able to start closing up. So give it a few more laps at this race. David Vidales chipping away. 0.713 of a second is the gap between Colapinto in the lead and Vidales in 2nd place. Colapinto down into turn 8. It runs long, and then keep arcing to the left and go down the slope, and then the flick through 9 to the left, the flick through 10 to the right, and then slow it right down, hit the brakes hard for turn 11, the double right-handed hairpin. brings the cars back across the short straight opposite the pits. You can just look up the slopes of the pit lane. You can see them going between the branches of the shrubbery there, this garden circuit. But I fancy out of turn 12 suddenly David Vidales is that little bit closer. He's going to be close enough to get a really sensible slipstream if he can have a tidy exit from turn 14, a little bit loose. And in fact, that time around it was Mary Boyer who went really, really wide and therefore will be dropping back a bit. The drivers moving around, looking as though they're considering an overtaking manoeuvre, but it's not happening. I fancy we might get some from Zane Maloney, who fell down the order, rose up the order, gained 4 places from his starting position, but is staying in 8th place. 46 getting a little bit close in the action. That's Gabriel Mini. Closes in, closer than ever before, but it's not going to go his way, surely. Out of turn 14 for the final time. This is the final lap of the race. This is Franco Colapinto in celebration form. He put another one in the bag. Great chase from David Vidales. He ended up eventually 0.4 of a second in arrears, but got close, but just couldn't do enough. Mary Boyer comes across car 64 to be 3rd overall and the top rookie runner. 5th will be Paul Aron. 5th Michael Bellos, 6th Alex Quinn, 7th Hadrian David, 8th Zane Maloney, 9 the second of the rookies Isaac Hadja, and Dino Boganovic, the 3rd of the rookies, in 10th place overall.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't have a good start, and then obviously David had the chance to fight for the lead, and yeah, then was a pretty nice race. Obviously, a lot of pressure from behind. Luckily, I could get the first place back in turn 2, pushing him to make a mistake. So obviously, I had to do some effort to get back into P1, but in the end. It was a nice race. It was really hot, so quite physical, and also the car was moving a lot. The track was quite slow, so we were struggling with the tires, but in the end, obviously, the team did an amazing job, same as Red Bull Ring, and I could just control the race as I wanted and just take the lead and keep it until the end of the race. And yeah, really happy for the team. Obviously, 3 races in a row winning. It's again showing how much potential we have. So really proud of them, proud of all the effort that they have done during these last few months. And yeah, clean sweep 3 times in a row. So let's go for the 4th one tomorrow.
Yeah, of course, we knew the start was one of the key points, especially on this track. So we tried to go for it. I was, almost ahead coming to turn 2, but it's difficult to. Like with the dirty, because I went a bit wide in turn 1, so then I lost the position, and to be honest, the pace was really good, so I could manage to follow him all the race, which is something I think really difficult with this car, and especially in this track. So that shows that our pace was really, really good, and just waiting to him to do a mistake and try to have an opportunity. But anyway, happy with the result. The team did an amazing job. Yeah, with this car, as soon as you get really close on the high-speed corners, you lose a lot of aero, so it's difficult you get a lot of understeer, and then it's difficult to follow, and of course here also the track limits, you need to be careful, so also that I had to be careful when I had this understeer, so that sometimes when I was really close I was losing some time and then trying again, but that's how it is.
Well, in qualifying, I think, as I tell you before, we couldn't end the last lap, and it was a proper lap. Now in the race we struggle a bit more. The temperature from the track changed completely, and yeah, we were 1.5 seconds slower than in quali, and maybe we have a bit of work to do. I didn't expect we will miss that much, because in free practice we show also great speed with the used tire. So maybe we have a bit of work to do for the races, but for qualifying we have all clear, and I think, as I say, the most important is qualifying and and making a good start that I think I did. So super happy, also super happy for the team. I think they need it. We show great potential during all the season, but always we miss this, and today I'm super happy for them. They are making a good job during the season. It's difficult for them as well. We are 3 rookies on the team. Many tracks for them are new, and we have to adapt quickly, and I think this weekend we did well, and here we have the result, no doubt. Yeah, it's not like in Red Bull Ring there were a bit of changes, but in here it's the same, so I'm really confident for qualifying, and for the race I think I also know the step we have to do to improve a little bit. So yeah, super confident for tomorrow, and let's see if we can maybe get one step or two more in the podium.
In race 2 qualifying on Sunday morning, it's Belov who goes fastest to take his second pole position of the season ahead of Colapinto, who continues his fantastic form. Behind championship leader Gregor Saucy of ART Grand Prix, having now fixed the steering wheel issues which plagued his Saturday qualifying, is back where he belongs in third. And Red Bull Junior Isaac Hadjar of RSGP gets himself back on form with a solid 4th place. In 5th position is his teammate Adrian David, who sits second in the standings. 6th and second of the rookies after Hadjar is Gabriel Bortoletto of FA Racing, who is another driver to come to life since the summer break. Race 2 sees a tightly bunched field as drivers begin to get more comfortable with the very demanding layout. Although battles are intense, once again overtaking proves difficult, with Vidales among the few to gain some places at the front. Zay Maloney of RSGP manages to do the same after an amazing move on Bortoletto for 7th, although he is later passed by Boyer.
And the standing start ahead of 30 minutes of racing plus 1 further lap. It looks a tidy start from the front from Mikel Belov. Franco Colapinto quickly pulls across onto his tail, and as we've had before, the bunching seems to come the bottom half of the top 10. Looks like the first 2, possibly the first 3, are safe into the opening corner. Is everyone else going to behave? Surely some of the cars are going to be running wide over that broad expanse. Actually very, very tidy in behind. So first 2 safe, and I think behind all good for the top 3, 4, 5, 6. A few cars running a bit wide on the... Oh, someone's lost out a handful of positions, lost about 3 or 4 positions coming out of turn 2. But the first 2 runners from the front row, Mikel Belov, and in behind Franco Colapinto, looking good in 1st and 2nd positions out of turn 5. Up the rise they go to turn 6, and already Belov starting to streak a little bit clear. A couple of cars running wide out of 5 at the bottom, but it's Belov leading the way at the front of the field. Turn 6, cars going wide, and some going wider still, just getting back on the track before finding the gravel beds there. Down to turn 8. This is a possible overtaking manoeuvre. Saw a few of the GT runners earlier today coming to blows into turn 8, but caution has been the byword through the field, and I think we've got everybody around the first excuse me, 2/3 of the lap. Gosh, we're getting very, very busy on the run between turn 11 and turn 12. If you're not back in position for turn 12, we go rattling over the curbs, and everyone's done that very well indeed. So it's Belov from Colapinto, from Saucy and Isaac Hadjar. So it's the top 4 as they were at the start of the race. Mikel Belov, by the way, our race leader, 9/10 of a second for good, and now we're having a few more sortings out, or are we? Kaz Havercourt, Alex Quinn, all getting very close indeed as they fight their way around the circuit. Oh, and pause. Just try and gather who that was. But anyhow, a big, big wide exit out of turn 1. Saved from the gravel only by the rear wheels, just getting enough traction to get out of it. And we have a spinner. We have a spinner. So turn 11 in the gravel. Just trying to pick out which car that is, facing the wrong way, over and out. So frustration, 2/3 the race through. It's turn 11, and the safety car is going to be out because that car, it's a tight right-hander. Did he jump? Was he pushed? Well, I think the simple answer is there was a big push going on right there, so no blame could be attached to the driver who was spun, but only to the spinner there. Safety car has gone out of our shot. The lights are off. The drivers have all got the message, hopefully. But look, biding the time. A good thing with a really, really tight penultimate corner. That is it, turn 13 into 14. And then suddenly you've got the power down early. Franco Colapinto, in fact, read it very well indeed. And a good anticipation as well from third place. Grégoire Saucy firstly gaining a very slight advantage over the rookie Isak Hadja, but from Michael Beloff's point of view, he's done enough to lead into turn one. That is all he had to do, surely. In behind, we will see some place changes, I'm absolutely sure of it. Franco Colapinto looking pretty serious at making a move up into turn two, but not serious enough to actually do it. And he was having a little look over the painted curbing on the exit. Down the hill they come to turn four, and suddenly for the first time in this race, Grégoire Saucy is in the mix, but I don't think he's going to be close enough to make a manoeuvre. Between turn and four, actually a slight gain for the race leader, for Michael Beloff. And for Franco Colapinto, that was his best chance, possibly gone. Nothing Franco Colapinto, yesterday's winners, can do at the moment. Grégoire Saucy, championship leader, doesn't need to do anything at all. The points from third place will actually extend his championship advantage over his closest rivals. Second on points going into this, the final lap, and into this second race meeting here. Adrien David is down in sixth place. So Zane Maloney trying to make a manoeuvre there, and Mary Boyer going very, very wide indeed. No place change, but again, turn one so difficult. This is the final lap. If you're going to do any overtaking, it's got to be now. There will be no overtaking in the front because Michael Beloff has nearly 1.1 seconds advantage over Franco Colapinto. Grégoire Saucy in third place, not under pressure either. Isak Hadja not close enough, and in behind. Hip to shoulder, turn five. Oh, well, someone had to lose. It was always going to be the driver on the outside. A couple of other drivers have pounced at the very same moment as well, so a little bit unfortunate there. But again, it just goes to show on a circuit like this, you get off the racing line, and others will be coming past in a field as tight as this. Number 12 for the final time, a driver who really deserves his victory in this race. It's going to be victory, surely, to Michael Beloff. He started 1.1 second clear on the outset of this final lap. He looks though he's stretched. It doesn't need to stretch. It could actually back off a little bit out of turn 14 for the final time. Victory going to him. 43 of Franco Colapinto comes through in second place, and Saucy in third place. Just another top result, and that stretches the championship leader's advantage. Fourth place to Isak Hadja, he's the top rookie. Fifth place the top Spaniard, David Vidales. Sixth, Adrien David. Zane Maloney comes through in seventh. No change in the top 10. Mary Boyer, Gabriel Bortoletti and Gabriel Mini completing the top 10. The point scorers with Gianluca Petikov just outside.
Yeah, I did everything perfect. What I think, okay, the start could be a bit better, but I just needed to be more slow down and before last corner. But I managed everything perfect. I think I was treating the tires to finish the race properly because in race one I had some problem, but in this race I think I fixed all mistakes what I did in race one. It's difficult to say because in track like this we're quite tight, so I think it's 120 meters each car mathematically, but just need to find a good spot in the qualifying. It's, I think, the main key of all qualifying in this situation because we have 35 cars. Somebody are together, like try to find slipstream, but I prefer to do it alone. I was there in my last season in the fall, in 2019. Actually, it was not bad that event, but I had some issues, so we will see. In the Mugello, I had a good pace there.
Yeah, first have a good start, and I didn't do the ideal start, to be honest. And yeah, there we lost the main opportunity, let's say, because then it's just very difficult to follow and very difficult to overtake. The pace was really similar, but I was just using too much of the tire in the first part of the race, and yeah, then of course he started to pull away a little bit, but yeah, it was just not enough today for the win. And yeah, just the team did a very good job all weekend, but yeah, just the qualifying was so easy the last few races, and yeah, we didn't do the last lap because of the full course yellow and the yellow flag. So yeah, P2 is not bad. Obviously, I would like to win another race, but yeah, it's quite good. Another podium, a lot of points, so positive. And yeah, the team did a great improvement, and happy with that, happy with the effort, and yeah, we go for Mugello for more podiums. No, well, the start of Austria were amazing, and here I just didn't do the technique so well or didn't have the tires with enough temperature on the rear. So it's just a tiny bit of everything to make the perfect start, and luckily this was not the day to do it.
Yeah, yesterday we had a little problem in qualifying with the front wheel. We tried to correct it in the box, but it happened in my best lap, so yeah, it wasn't so good. I was starting P10, I finished P12, so it was okay, not my best race, but today, yeah, we worked a lot yesterday, and today we managed to do P3. So yeah, thanks to the team, we worked well yesterday, and now P3 in the race is a really good point for the championship. Now we need to keep focus to stay in the top, and we will see. Mugello, it's really nice track. I drove in F4. I really like it, but now we need to see with this car. It will be the first time, I think, for more or less everyone. I don't know, maybe they did some tests, but I think for more or less everyone is a new track with this car. So yeah, we will see.
Yeah, it was very hot. The track is very demanding, so I'm very tired. And towards the end it was getting very difficult, but it was a boring race, really. It's very hard to overtake here, but I really like the track, and it was an okay weekend, I'd say.
At the close of play in Valencia, Saucy has increased his advantage once again with 239 points overall, giving him a lead of 78 points over David. With a maximum of 100 points available for the rest of the season, the Swiss driver only needs to score 22 points at Mugello to win the title. Maloney is also mathematically still in contention for the championship on 151 points, although his realistic target will be second with just 10 points between himself and David. Fourth in the overall standings and first of the rookies is Hajar on 123 points. Just 2 points back in fifth is Aaron with Colapinto, a further 5 points back in sixth. Minnie and Quinn round out the top 8 on 110 and 104 points respectively, making up a close fight with all 5 drivers split by just 19 points. Included in that is the battle for the rookie title, with Hajar and Minnie separated by just 13 points. Vidales is ninth after a resurgence in the last 2 rounds, giving him 86 points overall, with Belov on 80 points, despite officially joining the championship at the 5th round in Zandvoort. The third in the rookie standings is Mari Boyer on 52 points. In the team standings, RHGP remained first on 390 points after overtaking ART Grand Prix at the Red Bull Ring, who are very closely behind on 372 points. Next is the Prema Power team, who are in a comfortable third with 227 points. The 9th round of the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine, certified by the FIA and co-organised by ACI Sport and Alpine, will take place at Mugello on the weekend of the 9th and 10th of October as part of the ACI Racing Weekend. We'll see you there.